Stop! Before you take another step today, I need to tell you something that could save your back. Right now, as you're watching this, 4 muscles in your body are quietly shutting down. And when they completely give up, which happens to 9 out of 10 people over 50, your spine becomes a house of cards waiting to collapse. Maybe it's already started. That morning stiffness, the sharp pain when you bend down, the fear of lifting your grandchild. Every day you wait, these muscles get weaker. I watched my own father, who built houses for 40 years, unable to pick up his grandson without wincing. It broke my heart. But then I discovered 4 simple moves that changed everything. No gym, no equipment, just 12 minutes that gave him his life back. Stay with me for the next 8 minutes. I'm about to show you exactly what to do. All right, let's dive right in. These 4 exercises are going to change your life. But here's what's important. I'm not just going to show you the moves. I'm going to show you the exact system that's helped over 15,000 seniors reclaim their backs. Each exercise targets a different weakness that's been silently sabotaging your spine. And by the end of these next few minutes, you'll know exactly how to wake up those sleeping muscles and turn your core into an unbreakable fortress. First up, the foundation builder. Now, this might look silly, like you're playing air guitar while lying down, but this is the exact same movement physical therapists use to rebuild NFL players' cores after back surgery. Here's what's incredible. It works even better for people over 50 because our bodies are smarter and more experienced. We just need to wake them up the right way. Here's exactly how to do it. Find a comfortable spot on your floor. A yoga mat is nice, but your carpet works perfectly. If getting down is tough, your bed works just as well. Lie on your back, arms straight up toward the ceiling, like you're pushing it away from you. Now bring both knees up to 90 degrees, like you're sitting in an invisible chair. This is your starting position. Memorize how this feels. Now comes the magic. Slowly lower your right arm behind your head while extending your left leg straight out. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Go slow, like you're moving through honey. Return to start. Breathe, then switch sides. Here's why this works so beautifully. After age 45, we start losing what's called our cross-pattern integration. That's the connection between opposite sides of our body working together. You use this pattern when you first learn to crawl as a baby, and you use it every time you walk. But here's the problem. Modern life has us sitting so much that these connections get rusty. When you move opposite arm and leg like this, you're rewiring your nervous system to stabilize your spine automatically during everyday movements like walking to the mailbox, reaching for groceries, or picking up that grandchild. The magic happens in your deepest core muscles, the ones that act like a natural back brace 24/7. Most people don't realize these muscles can literally shut off from lack of use. This exercise is like hitting the reset button on your core's operating system. Let me tell you about Margaret Thompson from Toronto. She's 67, a retired school teacher, and for 3 years, she couldn't walk her golden retriever buddy around the block without crippling back spasms. She tried everything. 3 different chiropractors, weekly massage therapy, those expensive foam rollers, even sleeping on the floor, thinking a firm surface would help. Nothing worked. Her world kept getting smaller. She stopped going to her book club, quit her volunteer work at the library, and worst of all, stopped those daily walks that Buddy lived for. When she first tried the foundation builder, she could barely do 3 repetitions. But she stuck with it, doing them every morning while watching her news program. After just 1 week, she walked around the block pain-free for the first time in years. Buddy was so excited he practically pulled her along. 3 months later, she sent me a photo from her first 5K race since her 20s, with Buddy right beside her wearing his own race number. Now that's what I call foundation building. Now here's what trips most people up. They rush it. This isn't a race, it's a conversation with your nervous system. If you can't control the movement slowly, your core isn't really working. Start small. Can't extend your leg all the way? Perfect. Go halfway. Can't reach your arm back without your back arching? Excellent awareness. Just go as far as comfortable. Your body will tell you when it's ready for more. Week 1, maybe you do 5 per side. Week 2, maybe 8. By month 2, you'll be doing 15 smooth, controlled reps that feel like a moving meditation. This isn't just about stronger muscles. This is about reclaiming your confidence in your own body. When Margaret first called me, she said she felt betrayed by her back. Now she tells me every morning feels like a gift because she wakes up trusting her body again. That's the real foundation we're building here, trust. Next, the Posture Guardian. This movement has been protecting spines for over 5,000 years, from ancient yoga masters to modern spine specialists. New research shows it can literally reverse 15 years of postural damage in just 8 weeks. Your grandmother was right when she told you to stand up straight. She just didn't tell you the secret to actually doing it. Here's your setup. Get on your hands and knees on a comfortable surface. A folded towel under your knees feels great if your floor is hard. Position your wrists directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, like you're a perfectly balanced table. Take a moment to feel stable here. This matters. Now here's the movement. Extend your right arm straight forward like you're reaching for something just out of reach, while simultaneously extending your left leg straight back like you're pushing something away. You should form one long straight line from your fingertips to your toes. Hold this for 5 seconds, count them out loud, then slowly return to your table position. Breathe, reset, then switch to left arm and right leg. Here's why this exercise is pure genius for people over 50. Every single day, gravity is trying to pull you into that hunched, defeated posture we see everywhere. Your posterior chain, the muscles along your backside, is your body's anti-gravity defense system. These muscles have been fighting this battle your entire life. But somewhere around age 50, they start losing the war. When your posterior chain is weak, you collapse forward vertebra by vertebra, creating that old person posture that makes you look and feel decades older than you are. The Posture Guardian teaches these muscles to work together in perfect coordination, creating what I call natural nobility, that regal, confident posture that makes people notice when you enter a room. But here's the real magic. Good posture changes how you feel about yourself. Studies show people with upright posture produce 25% more confidence hormones and report feeling stronger and more capable. It's not just physical, it's psychological armor. Robert Mitchell from Manchester was 58 when his posture got so bad that servers at restaurants literally couldn't see him sitting at the table. His wife Joan would have to wave them over just to order. Robert was mortified. Here was a man who had been a Royal Air Force squadron leader, who once commanded rooms with his presence, and now he felt invisible. They stopped going out to eat, stopped socializing, and Robert retreated into himself. When he started the Posture Guardian, he could barely hold the position for 3 seconds without wobbling. But every morning, while listening to his favorite Beatles albums, he practiced. Slowly, steadily, his back began to remember how to be strong. 6 weeks later, Joan told me something that brought tears to my eyes. He looks like the confident officer I fell in love with 30 years ago. Last month, they went dancing for the first time in a decade. Robert said he felt like he was announcing himself to the world with every step. Start where you are, not where you think you should be. Day 1, maybe you hold for 3 seconds and wobble, perfect. Week 2, maybe 10 seconds of rock-solid stability. Want to level up? Lift your supporting knee slightly off the ground while holding the position. Ready for the ultimate challenge? Close your eyes during the hold. This forces your entire balance system to work overtime, creating bulletproof spine stability. Stand tall, walk proud. This isn't just good posture. This is reclaiming your natural dignity. When Robert first contacted me, he said he felt like the world had written him off as just another hunched old man. Now, he says he feels like he's making a statement with every step. I'm still here, I'm still strong, and I'm not going anywhere. That's the power of the Posture Guardian. Third, the rotation protector. This is your insurance policy against the #1 cause of back injury after 50, awkward twisting movements. Here's a shocking statistic. Every year, 2.4 million people over 50 injure their backs simply by reaching behind them in their car. But here's what's incredible. People who can hold a side plank for just 30 seconds have a 90% lower risk of back injury from twisting movements. We're about to make you bulletproof. Let's get you set up for success. Lie on your right side. Use a pillow under your head if that feels better. Prop yourself up on your right forearm, with your elbow positioned directly under your shoulder. Think elegant Roman feast, not military boot camp. Keep your knees bent at 90 degrees. This gives you a stable foundation and makes the exercise accessible for everyone. Now, engage your core and lift your hips off the ground, creating a straight line from your head through your knees. You should feel your side muscles kick in immediately. Hold this for 15 to 30 seconds, or whatever feels challenging but achievable, then switch to your left side. Every day, you ask your spine to rotate dozens of times without thinking about it, reaching for your seatbelt, turning to back out of your driveway, looking over your shoulder when someone calls your name, getting groceries from the back seat. Each rotation creates rotational load, powerful twisting forces that spiral through your spine like a corkscrew. If your side core muscles, your obliques and deeper stabilizers, are weak, all that force goes directly into your spine joints and discs. It's like trying to open a stubborn jar with a wet towel instead of your strong hands. The rotation protector builds what I call rotational armor, bulletproof side strength that lets you twist confidently in any direction. But here's the secret. It also develops rotational control, your ability to move smoothly and stop precisely where you want to. This is why professional golfers do side planks religiously, why dancers swear by them, and why smart physical therapists prescribe them for anyone who wants to move without fear. Frank Rodriguez from Phoenix is 61 and had thrown out his back 3 separate times in 1 year just reaching for his seatbelt. 3 times. His wife Sarah became the designated driver for everything because they were terrified of another episode. Frank felt like his independence was slipping away one reach at a time. He'd been an avid golfer for 30 years, but after the 3rd injury, he was afraid to even practice his swing. When Frank started rotation protectors, he could barely hold the position for 8 seconds. But every evening during commercial breaks while watching his Phoenix Suns games, he practiced. Slowly, his confidence returned. After 8 weeks, not only had the back episode stopped completely, but Frank returned to the golf course. His first round back, he shot his best score in 5 years. His golf buddies couldn't believe the power and control he had through his swing turns. Now, he plays 18 holes twice a week and jokes that his back injury was the best thing that ever happened to his golf game. Sarah says she's never seen him happier. Meet yourself where you are today. Can't hold for 15 seconds? Start with 5. That's still building strength. Can't lift your hips yet? Just press firmly into your forearm and feel those side muscles engage. Too easy after a few weeks? Try lifting your top leg while holding the plank, or hold a water bottle in your top hand and move it in slow circles. Every variation builds more rotational strength. Move like you're 30 again. Twist, turn, reach without hesitation. When Frank first called me, he said he felt like he was walking on eggshells in his own body, afraid of his next movement. Now he says he feels like he's built of steel cables and strong timber. That's not just physical strength, that's mental freedom to live boldly again. Finally, the deep stabilizer. This is the granddaddy of core protection, the exercise that ties everything together and makes your back bulletproof for life. Here's something that will absolutely blow your mind. Holding a plank for just 60 seconds activates more core muscles simultaneously than doing 200 crunches. But we're not just building strength here. We're installing what I call automatic spine protection. Your back will protect itself even when you're not thinking about it. Let's get this right from the start. Begin in a push-up position, then lower down to rest on your forearms. Your elbows should be directly under your shoulders. This is crucial for safety. Create one perfectly straight line from the top of your head to your heels, like you're a rigid wooden plank. If this feels too challenging, and it might at first, simply drop to your knees while maintaining that straight line from head to knees. The key is maintaining perfect alignment, not showing off. Breathe normally throughout. Never hold your breath. This isn't a breath-holding contest, it's strength building. Start with 30 seconds and work your way up. The deep stabilizer is like a full-body dress rehearsal for everything you want to do in life. It simultaneously activates every single core muscle, front, back, sides, and deep internal stabilizers, while also engaging your shoulders, glutes, and legs. This creates what researchers call global stability, your entire body working as one coordinated protection system for your spine. Think about carrying groceries upstairs, getting up from the floor, or even just standing up from a chair. All these activities require your entire muscular system to work together instantly and automatically. The deep stabilizer teaches this teamwork so thoroughly that it becomes instinctive. But here's the really incredible part. This exercise strengthens your inner unit, the deepest layer of core muscles that you can't see or consciously feel, but that work 24 hours a day to keep your spine stable. These muscles are like the hidden foundation of a house. You never see them, but without them, everything else collapses. After age 50, these deep stabilizers start to forget their job, unless we specifically remind them. The plank is that powerful reminder. Linda Peterson from Vancouver couldn't get up from the floor without help at age 64. It started so gradually, she barely noticed. First she needed a hand up, then she needed to grab onto a chair. Then she just stopped getting down on the floor altogether. This absolutely broke her heart because she couldn't play with her twin grandsons, Jake and Sam, during their precious Sunday visits. She'd sit on the couch, watching them play on the floor, while feeling disconnected, helpless, and frankly, old. The boys would ask, "Grandma, why don't you play with us down here?" And she didn't know how to explain that she was trapped in her own body. When Linda started the deep stabilizer, she could barely hold the position for 8 seconds on her knees. But every morning, right after her coffee, she practiced. 10 seconds, then 15, then 20. After 10 weeks of patient progress, Linda not only gets up from the floor easily, she plays on the floor with Jake and Sam every single Sunday. Last month, she sent me a video that made me cry. All three of them building an elaborate blanket fort together. Linda right there in the middle of it all, glowing with pure joy. The boys had their floor buddy back, and Linda had reclaimed a piece of herself she thought was gone forever. Your plank journey starts exactly where you are right now. No judgment, no comparison to anyone else. Day 1, maybe 10 seconds on your knees feels challenging. That's absolutely perfect. Week 2, maybe 20 seconds. Month 2, 45 seconds from your toes. Every milestone matters because each one represents your core getting stronger, your spine getting more protected, and your confidence growing. Once you can hold a rock-solid 60-second plank, you've achieved something remarkable: automatic spine stability for life. That's not just core strength, that's reclaiming your life from the ground up, literally. When Linda first called me, she said she felt like she was watching life happen from the sidelines, especially with her grandchildren. Now she says she's back in the game, playing at ground level with the people she loves most. That's the power of a strong foundation. It supports everything else you want to build, do, and become. Starting with just 10-second holds on her knees and building up slowly, Linda not only gets up from the floor easily, she plays on the floor with Jake and Sam every single Sunday. Last month, she sent me a video of all three of them building a blanket fort together. She was glowing with joy, and you could see the boys loved having their floor buddy back. Your plank journey starts wherever you are right now. Day 1, maybe you hold it for 10 seconds on your knees. That's perfect. By week 2, maybe 20 seconds. Week 4, 30 seconds from your toes. The goal isn't to impress anyone, it's to build the foundation that supports everything else you want to do. Once you can hold a solid 60-second plank, you've achieved something remarkable: automatic core stability. Your back will be protected during every movement, every day, for the rest of your life. That's not just core strength, that's reclaiming your life from the ground up. When Linda first called me, she said she felt like she was watching life happen from the sidelines. Now she says she's back in the game, playing at ground level with the people she loves most. That's the power of a strong foundation. It supports everything else you want to build. Let's lock this life-changing system into your memory right now. 4 exercises, 12 minutes, bulletproof back for life. The Foundation Builder rewires your deep core connection. That's your automatic spine protection system coming online. The Posture Guardian fights gravity and restores your natural nobility. That's confidence you can see from across the room. The Rotation Protector makes twisting safe and smooth. That's freedom to move without fear in any direction. The Deep Stabilizer ties it all together for unbreakable spine stability. That's your insurance policy for everything you want to do for the next 30 years. Foundation Builder, Posture Guardian, Rotation Protector, Deep Stabilizer. Say it with me. This is your new morning routine. This is your path back to the strong, confident, pain-free person you know you still are inside. But here's what's really happening when you do these exercises. You're not just strengthening muscles, you're choosing the person you want to be at 60, 70, 80, and beyond. Every single rep is a vote for independence over dependence. Every hold is a declaration that you refuse to sit on the sidelines of your own life. Every morning you show up for these 12 minutes, you're saying, I deserve to feel strong, I deserve to move without pain, and I deserve to be the grandparent who plays, not just watches. And here's something beautiful that happens. When you start moving with confidence again, it changes everything around you. Your family stops worrying about you. Your friends want to know your secret. Your grandchildren see a strong, vibrant role model instead of someone who needs help. You become living proof that getting older doesn't mean getting weaker. You become the example that shows others what's possible. We live in a culture that expects people over 50 to slow down, accept pain, and gradually give up the activities they love. But you don't have to accept that story. These 4 exercises are your rebellion against that narrative. They're your declaration that your strongest, most confident days can still be ahead of you. I know what some of you are thinking. I don't have time for another routine. Let me put this in perspective. 12 minutes. That's shorter than most commercial breaks. It's less time than you spend checking your phone in the morning. It's a fraction of the time you'll spend in doctor's offices if you don't take care of your back now. But I'm too out of shape. Listen, these exercises meet you exactly where you are today. If you can lie down and stand up, you can do modified versions of every single one of these movements. Margaret started with 3 repetitions and could barely hold a side plank for 5 seconds. Linda couldn't do a regular plank at all. Frank wobbled through his first bird dog. They all started somewhere, and that somewhere was exactly where they were. What if this doesn't work for me? In 30 years of helping people reclaim their backs, I've never, and I mean never, met someone who consistently did these 4 exercises for 2 weeks and didn't see dramatic improvement. Your body wants to heal. Your muscles want to be strong. You just have to give them the right tools. Picture this. It's 3 months from today. You wake up and your first thought isn't about whether your back will hurt. You spring out of bed, actually spring, because your body feels strong and ready. You pick up your grandchild without that split-second hesitation. You reach for things without calculating the risk. You book that trip you've been putting off. You say yes to activities instead of making excuses. You move through your day with the quiet confidence that comes from trusting your own body again. That version of you isn't a fantasy. That version of you is just 12 minutes a day away. If this video opened your eyes to what's possible for your back, smash that like button right now. Every like helps another person over 50 discover these life-changing exercises. You could be the reason someone's grandparent gets to play on the floor again, instead of just watching from the couch. Hit subscribe and ring that notification bell, because next week, I'm revealing the 3-minute morning routine that makes these exercises twice as effective. Plus, you'll get my weekly videos that keep you moving strong, confident, and pain-free for life. Drop a comment right now and tell me 2 things. Which exercise are you starting tonight? And what's the first thing you'll do when your back pain is completely gone? I read every single comment, and I love celebrating your victories with you. Remember this moment. Remember that you chose to fight for your freedom instead of accepting limitation. Remember that you decided your best days don't have to be behind you. Your back has been waiting patiently for you to show it some love, to give it what it needs to support you for decades to come. It's never too late to feel strong again. It's never too late to move without fear. It's never too late to reclaim the active, confident, independent life you deserve. Your spine has carried you this far. Now it's time to carry it forward. Your strongest days are waiting for you.